Welcome to the Gals Guide podcast. Join us on an adventure to get to know famous and infamous women from around the world. Each of our presenters has a pick. Is she ancient history? Is she breaking news? Is she safe for work? Well, that's up to each presenter. All we know is that...
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Welcome back to the Gals Guide podcast. It is a new month and a new theme, and we're recording online. So we might sound just a little bit different. It's also us getting used to doing this again online instead of in the library. We're also recording from our homes, so there's a stronger chance we will be drunker. So yay! There's also a stronger chance that you might hear a puppy or a kitty. So I really think this is a win-win scenario because it's all good things that could happen in this month's episode. So I'm here for it. So let's continue with our Rebel Gal era. This month, we are looking closely at courage. So courage is essential to rebellion. Courage is knowing the risks and the consequences and doing it anyway. Courage is what rebels need to stand up to those powerful forces in the pursuit of powerful change. Each of our gal pals this month has picked a courageous gal to share with you. So how about I introduce those gals for this month to you? So first up, she is president of Gals Guide and our head librarian, Bonnie Just Fillenworth, everybody. Yay! Yay! So, Bonnie, what is just one of your rebel plans for August?
August, our big thing coming up here in Indy is Gen Con.
Yes.
So
True.
we're busy getting ready to host. I think there's including us, I think there'll be 9 people, 9 adults and 1 baby.
Oh,
in our house. Air mattresses everywhere.
Yep.
And then I'm prepping. I'm gonna have over the 4 days 5 different cosplays.
Oh my goodness gracious!
1 barely counts, but
okay, gotcha. Are they all ready already, or are you still working on some of them?
I'm still working on one, and one
that's
may
always
not
the way.
be ready.
Fair.
I was like, should I start this? But like my brain will not let it go.
So it has to get started
so
anyway.
I'm trying my darnest, but knowing it may not be ready.
Fair.
I've got Hes 2, which I've done a couple years.
Yeah.
Which I told you about from Zelda.
Yes.
And then Cass, which I did for the first time for Origins.
Okay, gotcha.
In June, also from Zelda.
Okay. I was like, Cass could mean a couple of different games.
Yeah. He's a little bard dude with an accordion. Hes 2 is like a tree fairy dude.
Yeah.
With maracas.
Yes.
And then Saturday, the one I'm hoping to finish up is Greaseball from the London production of Starlight Express.
Oh, deep cut.
Yeah. Starlight Express is a musical where people are on roller skates pretending to be trains.
Yes. Choo choo, choo choo.
And the costumes are ridiculous, and Trish parents are going to be here in like an hour, and I'm like, and they're going to be here this whole weekend, and I can't work on it while they're here because I cannot explain to them
what this costume is.
Outrageous costume.
Sweet. Mazel tov.
And then Saturday night we're doing Critical Role.
Yes.
They're doing recording, but a live show here near our house. And so I'm gonna be Keyleth as a goldfish. There's like a little thing where she's just being an idiot, and it's like a little inside joke. She turns into a goldfish in their D&D campaign to try and avoid. She's falling off. Well, she willingly jumped off a cliff to be silly.
Okay.
And thought that turning into a goldfish because she's a druid would save her from damage, and
gotcha.
She ended up dying. So, but before she jumped, she was like, "We're basically gods."
Right. The rules don't apply.
So I'm just wearing like orange and yellow, and I have a goldfish hat.
There you go.
That was the one that barely counts. But and then Sunday, Cersei from just Greek mythology and period, but more recently epic musical. So
there you go.
I got little squeaky pigs
Oh, is this the same one that you wore at the Night of the Witch and Famous costume contest?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. That was
Little
gorge.
squishy pigs to
Oh,
test
little
out.
pigs. Oh,
So nice little
beautiful.
dog toys.
Adorable.
I like it.
So
That
yeah.
sounds like fun. Oh my gosh, I'm already tired.
Yes.
But it's Gen Con.
Gen Con.
It's best days in gaming. Yes, no, I totally dig it. Well, next up, it is our Fab Book Club director and vice president of Gals Guide. It's Katie Young, everybody. Yay!
Oh,
I always
thank
feel
you.
like Kermit when I do that, by the way. Sorry. Uh, Katie, what is just one of your Kermit? I mean, one of your rebel plans for this month?
My goodness. I felt like I had a good response, and then I got so involved in Bonnie's plans that I don't know what I'm doing this month now.
I
You're
know
like,
that was
who
a
am I?
lot.
Where am I going?
What's happening? Um, no. The one thing I've started to undertake that I do believe will take me into August, since we're recording a bit before we
Mhm.
drop all these in August, is I'm reading. I always am just scouring Kindle Unlimited since I pay for it monthly to see what
Yeah.
I can read for free.
Yes.
And well, my most recently finished book was about emotional labor. I know there was
Nice.
like the very viral article by Gemma Hartley. I think it was in one of the I forget which magazine, but it was in a
Gotcha.
magazine about it, and then she ended up writing a book about it. So I finished that, found it
Sweet.
super interesting, lots of amazing information. Now I'm going kind of a completely different direction, but I think it really fits into Rebel Plans. And I'm reading The People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn, which
Yes.
is very
Yeah.
much
All over
about,
TikTok.
not from
Mm-hmm.
the perspective of the conquerors, the people we learn
Mm-hmm.
about in history class, very in line with Gal's Guide of let's hear
Yep.
from the women, let's hear from the people, let's hear from the workers. So
Yeah.
I think I'm on page like 25 and it's a 600-page book.
It's a thick gal.
So
Yeah.
I think that'll be my rebel plan is to finish that book during August.
I believe in you. I couldn't do it, but I believe in you. Fantastic. Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, next up is Gals Guide board member and our sister location in Ireland. It's Jackie Donegan, everybody.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Jackie.
Hello, hello.
So,
All the
Jackie,
way from
what
across
is
the pond.
yes? What rebel plans do you have across the pond for this month? Just one of them. I'm sure you have many. Just one.
Oh, sure. Yeah, loads of them. Loads of them. Well, to be honest, like it was something I kind of got roped into about 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
but it's starting in August, and this group is called Mothers and Others,
I like
right?
it. Yes.
So what it is, it's so over here we have a sport called Gaelic football. It's kind of
Oh,
like a mixture of soccer, basketball, and volleyball, but it's
okay.
played on the field and it's a lot of fun. But typically over here there aren't very many I suppose teams for those of us who might not be 20 years old anymore.
Ah,
So
there you go. Fair.
so thus, the past few years, this Mothers and Others group has formed underneath the Ladies Gaelic Football Association. And it is designed to just hit anybody that's over the age of, I think, 25
Nice.
can come and join. And it's literally, you don't have to have any experience. You just come, have fun, have a laugh, hit the ball around, walk around, run around, whatever you want to do.
Nice.
But just a good social time. So kind of like how we do, recreational sports,
Mhm.
in the States.
I love
So,
that.
yeah, we had one introductory session 2 weeks ago. It took me 2 weeks to recover, but
This bodes very well.
yes, but I'm looking forward to the next session.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm excited
Oh,
for it.
I love it. I love it. As for me, I'm Leah. That's right. I'm going back to using my birth name. I mean, honestly, you can really call me whatever you like. I really don't mind. Poor Katie has been through 3 of my name changes. I'm so sorry, babe. There was the Kate Chaplin, there's the Riru Renshin, and there's the Leah Leach. So, and there's also
I
Hey Library Lady. Like, I don't mind.
love you under them all.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Always
Thank
seems
you.
so sweet.
It's
By any of
really
the names.
It's because of all of the freaking moving and signing. Like, I sold a house and I bought a house and all the documents that you need to sign. And then, like, even real estate agents and stuff like that, they're like, what do I call you? And I'm like, oh my gosh, let's just go with legal name. I was just kind of like, the trying to explain, like, I'll answer to anything. I'm not offended. I don't mind, but I'll sign by one thing and they'll be like, wait, who's this? And I'll be like, crap.
Yeah.
So I thought, hey, the really cool kids like y'all can still keep calling me Riru or Kate, whatever you love. But I'll just start introducing myself as Leah again. I don't know what I'm gonna write under though. That I haven't decided
Ooh.
yet. So
Got it.
I shall totally see. But I'm still the crazy executive director of Gals Guide. And my rebel plans are to set up our online like clubs and meetups and all that kind of good stuff for Gals Guide. So Katie's been rocking book club. Book club is still staying the same the last Thursday of every single month. I'm looking to add more ways to like get us all together online and stuff like that. So I've got ideas, I've got plans. I have to put it into action. So that needs to be my rebel plans.
Yeah.
You
I
like
think,
it?
taking a minute to move into your own home is
Yeah.
also a great rebel plan. So,
There you go.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly. Unpacking boxes rebelliously. Look,
Yes,
crap.
that's right. Is that what you call it when you throw out the back?
Correct.
The rebellious part.
When you slip on boxes that are in a stack and then you hurt your
no.
back for a couple of days,
Oh,
that's me.
no.
But, healed up quick. Still got that house unpacked. Well, I mean, I'm not paying attention to what's in the garage. If I can't see it, it doesn't exist, right?
Correct.
Object permanence. So I've got to ask, Bonnie, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Yay! So who did you pick as your courageous gal for this month?
I picked a lady that I'm very familiar with because Gen Con.
Yes.
Who I'm also surprised we haven't done yet. I checked the spreadsheet and it wasn't on there. I think maybe it was a Year Gal Friday.
No, I think we've been saving her for you.
Oh man.
If it's who I think you're going to cover, definitely
Yeah.
saving her for you.
I picked a lady, one of my favorites, because she's insane.
Yes. In the best way. In the best way.
Yes. Victoria Woodhull.
Yay!
So I'm guessing her whole name would be Victoria California.
California.
Well, she's born Victoria California Claflin.
Okay.
I think at some point she gets 4 names.
Okay. Sweet.
But
gotta love the 4 namers.
yes. But she's born on my wedding anniversary.
Oh!
September 23rd, 1838 in Homer, Ohio.
Was this
Homer.
purposeful, Bonnie? Just
No, but I was
Just
like,
calling it out
that's
there.
amazing.
okay. Accident, huh?
Oh,
Accidentally
yes.
on purpose. I like it.
She ends up dying on my mom's birthday too.
Oh,
So,
no.
like,
Oh.
she's this.
You just have a few degrees
Crazy.
of connection.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Sister Rosetta Tharp, I think, died on Cammie's birthday. So I was like, I'll unfortunately always remember that now.
Mm.
It's however the connection is made. Yeah.
She was the 7th of 10 children.
Damn.
Born to Reuben Buckman Claflin and Roxanne Hummel Claflin.
Nice.
She's named after Queen Victoria, who was crowned that year, because obviously.
Yep.
Her mother was kind of a crazy, like, religious nut.
No, really?
Even for, like, back then, it wasn't just that she, like went to church and was, like, a stickler. She would go out into, like, the field behind their house and pray loud enough that people knew she was doing it in the middle of the night.
Oh.
waking up the neighbors. So
All right. So she was a loud practitioner.
yeah.
Feeling the power in the field. Got it.
And then her father was a professional con man,
Yes.
like you do in the 1800s, where there's no paper trail and you can just say that
Yeah.
you're whoever and have whatever degrees you want. You just move to the next town. It's fine.
Nice. This is starting to make sense of what I know of her, which is not a whole bunch. So I like it.
Amazing.
She turned out pretty good as far as I'm concerned so far.
At one point, he claimed he
for
was
the
a
way
lawyer
back.
on a census, despite having never attended law school or even a class. I don't know if this is like parallel to people back in the day claiming they were doctors, even
Sure.
though they didn't maybe go to medical school at all.
And nobody gave them a cute little piece of paper saying honorary.
Yeah. At one point, he worked as a postmaster, but later, at one of the times he skipped town, they found a bunch of empty envelopes addressed to other people where he had taken cash out of.
Of course he did. Okay.
Why keep the envelopes?
Right. Why keep the evidence?
I don't understand.
Obviously, not a very good con man.
Use recycle.
Yes.
Eventually, Victoria's uncle, I'm not sure on which side, and his wife and their 9 children moved in with them.
Oh,
There's like
whoa.
20 people in
Yeah.
this house.
Damn.
And
Maybe that's why the mom was in the field.
I wonder if she was just going out there to scream and they were covering up and being like, she's praying.
Right. No, she's real praying.
Yeah.
There's 20 people in that damn house. She's real playing.
Victoria ended up learning how to read. This is when she's like 5, so I'm not
Okay.
sure how much reading you get at the age of 5 in the 1800s, but from the neighbor's sister who was visiting, who sounded like she was just either a little bit older than her. Like, I think she's definitely younger than 20.
Okay.
It
Gotcha.
sounded like. So she was visiting, so she wasn't, around all the time for the midnight praying and stuff.
Right.
But
That's what I'm
she
gonna call it
only,
now.
and this lady's name was Rachel,
Uh-huh.
and she only knew her for about a year before Rachel ended up dying of cholera.
Oh no.
So at the age of 6, Victoria is experiencing death, which, like, I think was like pretty common, but this one
Yeah.
hit her.
Yeah.
I think she just went over there to see her, and they had the coffin in the house because that's what she did back then. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's like, oh. But she later, I think, claimed to have a spiritual awakening upon seeing Rachel in the coffin and seeing the ghosts of Napoleon and Josephine.
Okay. All right.
I forget the name, but some ancient Greek philosopher dude.
Sure.
And Rachel come to her and speak to her and tell her things.
Amazing.
She's said to have a photographic memory, and she would cite Bible verses. Just like she would go out into town and she
just
had no
spout.
stage fright. She would just go out to town and read Bible verses for like money.
Sweet.
She's getting ready for those speeches.
Exactly.
Her father at one point ended up doing an insurance fraud on an old mill that was on their property that conveniently burned down.
Oh, conveniently.
While he, he was like at a bar being like, my name is this. To have an alibi while they're assuming either the mom or one of the kids was told to burn down the mill for the insurance money.
Wow.
And then he fled town.
Right. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
The town hated these people so much.
No. Why would they? Just
That
shouting, burning down in line, and stealing your mail.
that they raised funds for the rest of the family to purchase a wagon to leave town.
Here is your ticket out of town.
I guess they could have just ran them out of town.
They could have, but maybe
they
they're like,
raised
we just
money for
can't
it?
leave. But no, we'll give you money to go. That's a special kind of fun.
But the rest of the family ended up meeting back up with the father somewhere. And his next con was to have Victoria, who's 14 at this point,
Mhm.
and her younger sister Tennessee work as spiritual mediums.
Yes.
He was inspired by two other sisters. I can't remember their name, but
Yes.
they're from New York.
I know the ones you're talking about, and I can't remember their names either.
Pretty sure there's a drunk history episode of them.
Yeah.
But they would have these seances, and they would be like, tap if you hear whatever. They were like popping their toes or like knocking their toes on
Right.
stuff. So he was inspired by that. So we're gonna have Victoria and Tennessee do that to make money. But
I'm trying to find their names, and I'm not going to be able to spell psychic.
I'm sure it's the something sisters.
Yeah. No. My whole full stop is I can't spell psychic when I've had espresso martinis. But keep going.
But their dad would try to make them look the part by starving them. Because if you're skin and bones, you look more like you can talk to the dead, I guess.
Sure.
Well, you look like a dead, right?
I don't know.
My goodness gracious.
But at some point, I don't know if they just ended up they called a doctor for her, I think. Canning Woodhull, and she was like, at 14, like, well, this situation's shitty. I'm gonna hop ship to another situation.
Nice.
She ended up marrying the doctor 4 months later. He claimed to be the son of a judge. And
is it contagious?
And a nephew of the mayor of New York.
Why not?
And he's 28. Is bad, but not the worst.
Sure. No. That's I mean, we all have father issues in some way. Some stronger than others.
So she's jumping from one bad ship to another one because he's not the nephew of the mayor of New York or the son of the judge, and I'm not even sure that he's a doctor. He was an alcoholic and addicted to morphine.
Oh, back in the day, addicted to meth? Look at that.
Well, he's a doctor. He's got access to the morphine.
There you go. Starting a trend.
It sounded like he would just go out and just be gone for days.
Right.
And they'd find him. He'd be at the neighbor's house because he didn't remember which house is his.
Is he Robert Downey Jr. in the past?
I listened to a podcast refresh, and they made that reference. They were like, he's Robert.
Yep. That's an RDJ right there. Wow.
But it ended up the same day that they got married.
Okay.
A child was born that was his to another woman who he was also not married to.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yep. Soon she is stuck because she's given birth to a son named Byron.
Okay.
And they keep saying that he's so pretty.
So pretty.
Like they kept saying that Victoria and Tennessee are very, very pretty ladies. They're very handsome ladies.
Okay.
So he apparently had her good looks, but they kept calling him an idiot or something like that. So they think that he had some kind of disability.
Sure.
Of some sort.
Yeah.
So she's super stuck because she not only has a kid, but a kid with special needs.
Yeah, she needs to stay with and needs care. Yeah.
So she's stuck in another like horrible situation.
Thanks to a different dude.
Yeah. Men. No.
Yeah.
She ends up moving to San Francisco with her family because they're going to follow gold rush shenanigans out there.
Why not?
Because she married a man who's essentially her father.
Mhm.
That doesn't really work out, so they end up moving back to Ohio.
Oh.
She gives birth to a daughter, and I think it's pronounced Zulu, although I think she kind of changes her name later to Zula or something like
Oh. Okay. All right. Gotcha. I mean, I've heard both, so yeah.
that. So when she's back in Ohio, she begins working again with her sister as a clairvoyant because they need money.
Sure. If the check
Uh,
cashes, it's the Fox sisters, by the way. Why couldn't I
Nice.
remember something as simple as FOX Fox? Anyway, but that's who it was.
But yeah, she's working with her sister again, and it doesn't really work because now they're older, and that shtick isn't working when you're not child clairvoyants.
Oh, okay.
When you are young, attractive ladies that are trying to be spiritual mediums at night,
Ooh, it's a novelty.
you're hookers.
Right.
Like, they were like, oh, you're obviously hookers.
Yes.
So they keep getting run out of every time they try to get that going.
Oh, no.
So then they decide they're going to start selling cancer health potions.
Oh, snake oil?
Yeah, essentially. Some kind of liquids, tonics, whatever, that probably had laudanum in them.
Oh,
so they
no.
probably
Oh.
felt something when you drank them.
Oh, yeah.
And they had some kind of something on the label that you need to follow the directions,
Oh.
otherwise it won't work. Like, you have to
okay.
do it strictly. And they would also do some kind of weird skin treatments, like a ointment you would put on your skin that would just burn your skin off.
Oh. No, thank you.
So the poor people with cancer tumors in Tennessee ended up getting in trouble when someone died. Because, yeah.
Oh, no.
So they stopped doing that.
Oh, thank goodness. Someone died.
And as she's like hopping around, she ends up meeting a colonel who is maybe a colonel. No,
Okay. Is
maybe.
does he
People are throwing
also
these
have
titles
what is
around.
it? 18's herbs and spices? Is he the Kentucky colonel?
He's not that colonel, but
Okay.
Kentucky has gosh, my husband's from Kentucky, and they have like a whole thing of colonels. Like,
That's
you're
right.
not necessarily a military
Right.
colonel. You're just
The town colonel. Yeah.
I don't know. You're
Got
like,
it.
oh, you're some volunteer of the town. Oh, you're a colonel now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sweet. I'm just gonna picture him as the Kentucky Fried Colonel Sanders, Harlan Colonel Sanders.
But he was actually served in the Civil War, so
for which side? I'm scared to ask.
I'm not sure.
Oh, crap.
He ran into him in St. Louis.
No. Okay. All right. Got it.
But she ends up meeting with him, and he was also married. So of course they just run off together.
Sure.
They start claiming, I think they were going by Mr. and Mrs. Harvey or something like that.
Okay.
Like you do. And they ended up, and they were, doing the whole con man chick stuff until they got enough money so they could supposedly divorce.
Oh.
I'm not.
But wait, are they married?
They're both married to different people.
Okay, so
she's still
divorce.
Married to the alcoholic doctor. He's married to some other lady.
Okay.
And they've run off together, and they supposedly made money so they could get divorce their other partners so that they could get married. Not really sure if that ever happened.
Okay.
Or not. I'm not even sure how you do that in the 1800s. Like, I think you'd have to go back to the county where you got married, and
right.
I don't know.
Yeah. True.
But they ended up landing in New York, where Tennessee joined up with them and lived with them there, where they were trying to work as spiritual advisors again.
Damn it.
You just keep going back to it.
But they're in New York, and they're in some hoity-toity part of New York where they run into, I think his name is Cornelius Vanderbilt.
Oh, the Vanderbilt.
One of the Vanderbilt dudes, anyway. He's 74, and Tennessee is 22.
Oh, no.
And it's highly implied
You
that
do
she
what
was
you gotta
more than
do.
a spiritual advisor.
Right.
But they were all buddies with the Vanderbilt dude, and he ended up teaching the ladies about the stock exchange.
Oh, no.
So they were the first, or at least one of the first women on the stock market.
Okay.
So they were selling stocks and stuff,
Mhm.
and it wasn't the big crash, but there was some kind of thing. What was it, like a gold rush
Yeah.
slump that came
Mhm.
down? So they ended up making some deals when that was on the downturn. So when it went back up, they had a chunk of money.
It makes me wonder if it's insider trading before the word of insider trading. But yeah, it's a different con.
But because she's gone through all of the shitty stuff in her life, that's all caused by men.
Yeah.
And all caused by her not having like agency over herself. Like she's always the property of a man.
Right.
She joins the suffrage movement.
Yes.
She ends up hanging out with Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Victoria Woodhull, Susan B. Anthony, and they talk. And from what I've read from the other suffrage ladies, like she's a bit much. They're like, "That's great. You go do that over there."
Yes.
But she ends up being the first woman to speak in front of Congress, and she spoke about women's suffrage. And they were trying to argue that because of the 14th and the 15th Amendment, that every woman is already a citizen of the United States, and that every citizen has the right to vote. Therefore, women should already be allowed to vote. And when she's arguing in front of Congress, the dude who wrote the 14th Amendment was trying to argue with her. Gosh, let me pull up.
Be like, that's not what I meant. See, what I meant was no women. But yeah.
Where is that?
I do love that it's the guy who wrote the 14th Amendment.
The actual guy. I was like, oh my goodness. All persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens.
Right. So are women persons? The answer.
That was his argument, is that you're a woman, you're not a person.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I mean, I love her for bringing it up. Woo! Yeah, it's a hard one.
And then at some point, I think she's living in DC at this time. She does at some point. Her ex-husband,
which
or first husband?
Sure. One of the dudes of her life.
One of the alcoholic doctor dude ends up moving back in with them. So it's her and her new husband and her 2 kids, and then her ex-husband.
Yeah.
Some people are like, she probably felt like she still needed to take care of him because he's alcoholic and whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
Guilt.
It may be just that he was maybe watching the kiddos.
Right. Yeah. There could have been a mutual beneficiariness of it. Yeah.
So they have an unusual home life going on there. And while she's in DC, she decides she's going to run for president.
Yeah.
Because
that's
if
what
you're
you
trying
do
to argue
in DC.
that women aren't people, we're just going to run for president. It's fine.
If women aren't people and they can't vote, well then I'm running for president.
She ended up announcing it in her own newspaper that she and her sister started.
I love it.
With the money they got from the stock exchange. And she was part of the Equal Rights Party. And her platform included free love, which sounds hippy-dippy, but it's pretty much that people should be able to love whoever they want for as long of a time that they want, and maybe that the government should not be involved.
Is this more
And
about like her divorces than it is
Yeah.
about like equality or not
Well,
being
she's trying to
racist?
argue that she was stuck in that first marriage
She
with
was,
an
yes.
alcoholic husband.
Mhm.
And that was a big push for temperance around
Yes.
the same time, that men are just going out and spending all their money on alcohol, leaving their wives with no money.
Mhm.
So she's trying to argue that a woman should be able to leave that situation
Yeah.
if she chose Jesus.
Yeah. Exactly.
That she wanted a 8-hour workday,
Whoa, that's rebellious.
welfare for the poor,
Nice.
tax reform for the rich, so the rich get taxed more.
Oh, okay. Yay. Sorry, I was thinking it was the opposite. I was like, all that stock money went to her head.
She wasn't like too crazy rich.
Okay.
But that the presidency should just be one term.
Okay.
This was before it was set at 2 terms.
Okay.
That there should be national public education.
Yeah.
That they should repeal the death penalty.
Sure.
She was anti-marital rape, which was like,
Okay.
they didn't think that existed in the 1800s. Like, she had to explain them what that was, and people were like, what are you talking about? Like, that's your
Gotcha.
marital duties.
Right. Exactly.
That didn't become illegal until like 92 or something
Yeah.
with Bill Clinton. Like 1992, not 1892.
Yeah. No meaning no.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she was pro birth control.
Yeah.
And believed in sex education for both sexes.
Yeah.
We can't talk about those things in front of girls.
We're still fighting for a lot of these same things right now in America.
Yeah, this sounds very much like a modern platform.
Sad.
Yeah.
She also wrote in her paper that her running mate was Frederick Douglass.
Yeah. Did she not ask him?
She did not ask him. She had never met him. I don't think she had even like spoken to him in person or even like corresponded with him.
But she heard of him.
She was like, yeah, let's do Frederick Douglass. Which, I mean, she knows Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton.
Yeah.
If he had been in town, I'm sure they could have arranged this.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But yeah, she ended up spending Election Day in jail. She, in her paper, had written about another opponent. It was a preacher, and she had heard from Elizabeth Cady Stanton that he was having an affair, which wasn't all that secret, but since she wrote it in the paper,
yeah,
that went against, I don't think it was quite technically Comstock laws yet.
Okay, or even
very
libel
similar
laws.
thing that you can't put rude things in the mail and send them in the mail. So she got in trouble for that, and then for it just being obscene in the paper.
Now, if her dad would have stole it as a postal employee. But yes, okay, got it.
But she ended up spending like a month in jail for that. I don't know why she didn't post bond. I don't know.
Probably didn't allow her to because there was an election going on or something.
I don't know. It's weird. And we don't know how many votes she received.
Oh.
The next woman to run for president got about 5,000 votes.
Okay.
So their estimating is probably somewhere between 0 and 5,000.
Okay, that's fair. Sure.
And this is the 1872 election. It's the same election that Susan B. Anthony and many other women
tried to vote in.
They went to vote because they were like 14th and 15th Amendment. I'm voting. They would go in to like register to vote, and then they'd be met with guys being like, no, and they would strong arm them to be able to register, and then they would show up on election day, and then Susan B. Anthony got arrested like 2 weeks later. They're like, we heard you voted.
Right. She's like, okay, arrest me, brah.
She demanded to be in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Taken down, I think on like the trolley or something.
She made a big stink. It was great.
And then that judge made the most horrible decision of his life, asking her if she had anything to say on the matter.
Yeah,
and she ripped him a new one. So that same election
was a good year for women. And by good year, I mean in the, penitentiary system. Yeah.
But sometime after she got out of jail, she ended up moving to England. She divorces second husband at some point, marries a third guy.
Third time's the charm.
Yep. Her sister also moves out there. Her sister ends up marrying, I think it was like the third richest dude in England.
Oh.
And then at some point she does finally meet Frederick Douglass over in England.
Finally.
And he was like,
we should run for office together.
No. He basically wrote that he was, like, surprised that she was like such a nice lady.
I wrote you off as crazy, but you're nice.
I mean, she's in jail. She's claiming you're her running mate without having met. Like, I don't blame him.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, "Oh, I was pleasantly surprised. She's such a nice lady."
Is that also just something you say? I like it though.
But she ends up dying June 9th, 1927, I believe, out in England still.
I mean, that does mean that she saw the 19th Amendment, right?
She did, but I think if she was in England, I don't know if she ever voted.
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember. I don't even know. Because British suffrage was about the same time.
Yeah.
I
A
don't
scotch
know
earlier, but not by much, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if she ever voted in Britain either.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah.
She's a complicated lady, hence why we saved her for you. You made an amazing portrait of her, which I'll probably use for this episode's graphic, is I will use your painting of Victoria Woodhull. I think it's also on the Gals Guide website of you standing in front of that picture. So, yeah.
Yep, that's one of the pictures that I use a lot for
old reliable portrait. Yeah. Profile picture, yes. She's fun.
She's not, but she had to have some big old lady balls to keep doing all the stuff that she was doing all the time.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
This is very rebellious. Very rebellious. And totally fits into that courageous, because it's like when you know it's crazy, but you do it anyway. Victoria Woodhull.
I just have to brazen this one out.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Cojones. I like it.
Oh, and I forgot to include when she was running for president, she was only 34, so she wouldn't have been qualified anyway.
So even just based on how old she was.
But no one was like, they were all, you can't run because you're a woman, not because you're not old enough.
Right. So between 0 and 5,000 votes. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, man. I do love her, though.
So close.
Was there any movies made of her?
They're
they're
was
trying to
in
make
the works. A couple of years ago, like at least 5 years ago, it was supposed to be that
is it Brie Larson?
Yes, was supposed to play her in a movie, but that was like before Captain Marvel came out, and I think it's just been in limbo. I don't even know if they've even filmed anything technically for it.
Yeah,
but I think there's still like basically a blank IMDb page. Like it doesn't say, like, I haven't heard of anything officially stopping, but there's not been any work on it in years.
I would love to see it though.
Think
that would be pretty cool, yeah. Especially with Brie Larson, so.
Yeah. I forget if there was supposed to be some kind of series that featured her or not.
Oh yeah, if they were gonna go to like a web series or streaming series or something like that. I mean, she's got so much in her life that really it could be a series. How do you fit that into a 2-hour movie? I mean, Amazing. Well, I am glad that you covered her. Should I wrap this up?
Sure.
Oh my goodness. Well, that wraps it up for us this week. Join us next week for another Courage Gal is picked to share as the Gals Guide podcast continues. Thanks for listening. That's another chapter in our rebel era. Thanks for being here. If you loved learning about women's history today, don't stop. Discover even more wise gals and untold stories at galsguide.org. Until next time, keep sharing women's stories.